part of leadership. With that note, I would declare this training is open. I'm very thankful to our program quality team for arranging this most important training, Pathways. What is new in Pathways? Because everything about Toastmasters learning is Pathways. So here we are with our District 116 Pathways Manager, Naila, Rizvan, and please use the time you are spending 1 hour here. Learn from it. Any questions, please direct to the program quality team and our Pathways Manager. I request our Program Quality Director to read out the district mission.
Thank you, Didi. District mission: we build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence.
Thank you so much for that. Now I would shall I over to Bindu Pillai, right? She will be taking the meeting further.
Yeah, as per agenda, you will be calling the presenter, Naila.
Presenter, Naila.
All right, okay. Toastmaster Naila Rizvan is a past Division F Director, and currently serving as the Pathways Manager for District 116. She's going to update about Pathways update, a most wanted, most important training for everyone who wanted to pursue their journey in Toastmasters learning. Whether you are a seasoned Toastmaster or a new Toastmaster, believe me, this is going to be one of the important training to be attended. So please put your hands together to welcome our trainer of this evening, Toastmaster Naila Rizvan. Over to you, Toastmaster Naila.
Thank you, Didi. Thank you so much. District Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Sabina, District Program Quality Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Alarmil Mangai, other district leaders, club leaders, members, good evening. Can I hear good evening, please?
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
It's good to hear all this. Those of you who are not on the camera, can you give me a thumbs up so I know you all are still here? Okay, great. Before I start, can all of you just type out in the chat which club you are from? If you are a member in multiple clubs, you can put all the club names. We'll just take 1 minute for this. Quickly, type out your club names. I see a lot of club names coming up. Why I have asked the club names? It's because today, listen carefully. I'll be actually, even though the title is Pathways Updates, I will still be starting from the beginning on how you enroll. Everything will be shown. So the next time, if I get a request from any of the club names that have come here, I will be directing them to you. So if, let's say, I get a request from Meg Chiney one, I have Toastmaster Jeet here, who would be helping your club members to enroll with the pathways, with the Basecamp and everything. So that means you need to listen carefully. And the entire idea of this session is so that all of us learn what is, I mean, it's the basic, right? Without pathways, we do not have our Toastmasters journey. So let's make sure we learn from here. It's very simple. You just have to make sure you have your 100% attention over here, right? And the purpose of Toastmasters is not that one person keeps doing the same thing again and again, but it is so that we empower ourselves and we empower others also. So which means we have the list of people who are attending, and yes, I will be directing all of your club members to you in the future. Yes, Sanjaya, you're ready?
Yes, ma'am, I'm ready.
In your club? Yes, good, great. Right. So let's get started. Before we start, I just have one simple poll. It's just for me to understand who all are attending over here. Like, how many of you are already enrolled in Pathways? How many of you are yet to enroll? Do we have anyone here who is not yet enrolled in Pathways? Okay, the numbers are good, but then we have only 38 people here still. Okay. So here, I think around 28 people, 27 people have replied. Out of this, 26 are enrolled. We have one person who is yet to enroll. Hopefully, you will be enrolling it by the end of this session. Okay, I'm just ending the poll. Right, so let's get started. So just like previous time, I will not be using any presentation. The major reason being, I want all of you to know where you can find all this information right on the TI website. So that even if any changes come in the future, you know where to go and find the details. So even if we do a presentation, if something changes, then the whole PPT needs to be changed, right? And whatever you need, it is present on the website. So I want all of you to be aware where it is present. And as I said, when you are helping your club members, you should know without the presentation how you will be guiding your club members on these, where to find these details and how they can do it by themselves. Okay.
Sorry, Naila,
And
please increase your volume. Is it
okay.
only for me or volume is good for everyone?
Am I audible enough for everyone?
It's good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
it's
great.
good. Good.
Great,
Yeah.
great. Thank
Yeah.
you. The other thing is, we will have a Q&A session, but I have divided the segment into, I think, around 3 parts. So once I have finished one segment, I will stop and let's get the doubts cleared, and then we move on to the next part. You can also send in your questions to Toastmaster Bindu, and she would help me with the Q&A part. So make sure you send across in the chat to her, or you can unmute yourself and ask the question once we are in that segment. All right. Okay. So to get started, the first part is the most simple part. Even though majority of you are already enrolled in Pathways, I will just quickly show how it is done so that once you know you have a member in your club who is yet to enroll, your next priority is to make sure they all enroll as soon as possible so that they can also get started on their Toastmasters journey, right? So first and foremost, definitely this is the website, toastmasters.org. You have the login here and give your email ID, your password, and you can log in. One more thing, if you have a member who has just joined and they have not logged in at all, once you scroll down, you will see the option first time logging in and create a password. You can go ahead, give your email ID, and you can set your password, and then you can come back over here and log in. The only thing, make sure you give the email ID with which you are registered on Toastmasters. The reason I'm reiterating this part is because even 2 days back, I went to a club and they had come with their laptops. They were trying to log in for the first time. This person was trying to give the email ID. He got the verification code, but was not getting that link to set the password. So finally, one of the XCOM member was also there. I asked the XCOM member to please check which email ID is given. So apparently, it was a different email ID with which he was registered, and that's why he was not able to do it. So make sure you recheck which email ID you are registered with and give that when you're setting your password for the first time. Okay. So now once you're done, come here, log in, and the first homepage screen itself, I'm sure all of you must be familiar here. So anything related to Pathways, you want the information, it is right there here on the website. You will see on the top, there will be a menu. You have this menu. The education programs come here. You can click on that. And if you are like me and you like reading a lot, go ahead, go through this, what the entire thing is. find out, so that sometimes we go through this pathways program, but even we are not sure why we are doing pathways, what is the benefit of doing pathways. So just come here and read through this, why TI has chosen pathways as their education program, and what benefit do we get by going through this. Okay, so spend some time over here. Then if you click on this pathways option, this is where again, specific to pathways, what are the different available, all these you can see. And then in paths and projects, this is where all the available paths are shown. So as of all of you must know, we had 11 paths previously. We had 11 paths from which we could choose. But after the update, now we have 6 paths from which we can choose. Okay, so these are the paths which are available as of now. You have dynamic leadership, engaging humor, motivation strategies, visionary communication, presentation mastery, and persuasive influence. So if you have not yet chosen a path, now when you go for enrolling in a new path, these 6 would be available. The others are not going to be available. When you scroll down, you will see something called legacy paths. So these are the paths, the other 5 paths which were there before, but they are being discontinued. And these paths now, from now on, they will be called as legacy paths. Okay. So now another question, frequently asked question, is that maybe you have chosen innovative planning and you're currently doing that path. So would it still be available? Yes, the path will be available to you until you complete your projects and speeches. It's not going to go off. You will still have access until you complete it. And as of now, there's no deadline or no end date before which you need to complete. No, there's nothing like that. You can take the time that you need and complete it. All right. So these are all the paths available. If you want to know more about any path, you can just click on this and all the details about that path would be available. Like this is about what this path helps with, what it focuses on, what are the, so every path has 5 levels. Each path, what are the different projects available, and some of the paths you can see you have elective. So third level, some of the levels have elective projects. Third level, you have all these elective, you just have to choose any 2. Okay, so these are the ones you can go through. So whichever path you want more information on, similarly you can go ahead and just explore what it is. All right. So I hope that is clear. And once you come down, this is one thing you can, again, just take the time to explore what this is. I'll just show it to you. So there are various videos that TI itself has given about the new Basecamp, all the features, what are the, like how you do certain things, all this. So you can even go through this. It's all present on the website itself. This is a webinar that TI had done to show us the different features. So you can go through this also. So this is where you can find all the information regarding this. Now let's just go back. Yeah. So once again, once you come inside this pathways, paths and projects, in the footer is where you have choosing the path option. So you can click on this and this would be how you enroll in your path. So you can select the path language. Now, one thing we need to note is that we used to have Tamil language in the previous path, but with the new changes, I think they have not included a few of the languages. So as of now, for the new path, these are the languages in which all your projects would be available. The other, the other languages, they are not available as of now. Okay, so just click on English and you have 2 ways in which you can select your path. One is you can view all the path options. So like if you just click on this, it will give you all the 6 paths. So right now you will see only 4 because I'm already enrolled in 2 of the paths. So that is why. But otherwise all the 6 paths would come in. So some people already know, I want to improve my humor. So they directly can come here, choose engaging humor and go ahead with that. Okay. Now, suppose you are like, let's say, confused. Which path do I go ahead with? So in that case, I would recommend you to go and take this assessment option. So assessment is where the website itself will prompt you with a series of questions like this. Like you can see select 3 topics that you're interested in learning about from the list below. So you can go ahead, choose all this. And I think around 10 to 20 questions are there. So I'm not going to take the time to go through all this, but you can go through answer based on what it is that you want to gain from this. Okay, so at the end of this questionnaire, the website itself will give you a recommendation of 3 paths. Based on your answers, the website will recommend 3 paths from which you can choose. So then, that out of that 6, it narrows down to the 3 paths, right? So then you can go ahead and choose from that. One thing to note, even though the website is recommending those 3 paths, you feel that, no, I don't want to go with these 3. Let me just go ahead with the other option. You would still have the option to choose from the other one. It's totally up to you. Okay. Now, some people have told me, even after this, what if I'm still confused? I mean, the website has given me 3 paths. What if I'm still confused? What do I do? So here, what I would say is maybe just go ahead with the statistics. So according to statistics, the most enrolled path is presentation mastery. So just go ahead with that. So like if you just click on this and go itself, you will see that it comes in by default. So I'm not sure the reason behind this, but this is the most chosen path across the world, even in our district also. So if you're really confused, go ahead with this path. And the other thing is, don't feel that, if I take this path, am I going to miss out something from the other paths? Don't worry. You're not going to miss out on much because the first level in all the paths are same. Second level is mostly similar. From the third level onwards, you have a little bit of difference. The next thing is, even if you feel like later on you want to go ahead, try out some other path. Once you finish this, you can definitely go and choose another path and try it out, right? So you have all the time to try out all the paths that TI is giving. One more thing to note is that if you are a new member, your first path will be free. You are not going to pay for it. But your every subsequent path, you will have to pay $20. So first path is always free for everyone. After that, you will be charged $20 for each of the path. So that is one thing. One more thing before I go ahead. So there is actually a bug on the website, I would say. That is, if you're a new member and you have chosen the path, once you come back and you try to access your path, the website actually gives you a page asking you to renew. They say that you have not renewed. So don't worry, you just wait for 24 hours and it will be updated. Okay, so just give it one day and it gets updated. So I believe TI is already aware about this and they are working on it. But yeah, this is a common issue a lot of people have said about. So just keep this in mind. Because especially when it's a new member, they are also confused. Why are they asking me to renew? I have already paid my membership fee. So just be aware that such a thing is there. So even if a member comes to you and asks, what reply to give them. All right. Yeah. So before I move ahead, so far, does anyone have any questions?
I think Rajesh has raised
Yes.
he has message. Yeah, when he clicked on choose a part, another window is appearing.
What is
Yeah. See, I
Oh,
already posted, the after I clicked update privacy and contents, it's going to
okay.
that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after the latest update on Basecamp, if this is the first time you're accessing it, it gives you a privacy. You need to tick it, like a consent
Okay.
form comes in. So you
Oh,
have to agree which are the promotional materials you are okay from receiving from TI. From sometimes some of the update emails. So you can choose which ones you are okay with receiving, whether you're like TI has certain reports they give. Are you okay with your name being displayed, or you don't want your name to be displayed? So these are the different options. Just go through and give. Yes, PQD.
We want everyone giving permission to display their names, because the awards team is having a hectic time in releasing the flyers without the names. It's very difficult for us to get your name from the pool of 2,000 members. So please give the access to TI to access your name.
Yeah, even I would suggest the same. It's good, right? It's a recognition that the TI is giving, and that's where your name is going to appear. Nowhere else. Yes, Toastmaster Sharmila, you have a question?
Hi, good evening, all. Good evening, Naila. You said language Tamil is not available in the new pathways, right? What for the members who have already selected in Tamil, will they be still able to access the pathway?
Okay, so these 6 paths which are being continued, I think in those it may not be available. You might have to go and check from the previous ones. Okay, but for the other 5 paths on the Basecamp itself, it's going to go back to your previous screens. So which means for those, I guess it would be available. You can try it out.
Okay. Okay.
I think they still need to work with all these translation teams, and that was the update that TA had given. So it would take
But
some
what
time.
we had seen is only presentation mastery was available in Tamil, and our club members, they have selected presentation mastery. We need to
Okay.
check whether they still have access to that
Yeah,
path.
you can check it out.
They should
Okay.
have. Okay.
Thank you.
There's one more question. I don't know the name. It's written on iPhone. What to do
I think,
once your speech is completed successfully?
yeah, we'll
Like
be
how
going
to
ahead.
update in the path. Ah, yeah, exactly. Just
It
for the
will
next
come in the
session.
next section. Huh? Anything else about enrolling in pathways? I hope everyone is clear on how you enroll in pathways, how you find information about the different paths, all these things. As I said, the next time you have members joining your club, new members joining, you are going to be guiding them to enroll. And we are, I am seriously aiming for a district to reach a minimum of 95% pathways enrollment before the term ends. So yes, definitely we would have some members, not reachable, not able to get through. So that 5% is for that. But otherwise, we should be able to reach 95 with definitely with all of your support. I cannot do it alone. Okay, great. So let's move on to the next part. Next part is, as a few of you have asked, the Basecamp. Now, before you give your speech, how you access, and after you give your speech, what needs to be done. Or as a new member, if you have enrolled in a path, how you get access to that path, the projects and those speeches, right? So just share the screen once. Yeah. Okay, I will go back to the home screen. That is, as soon as you log in, this is the screen that comes up, right? The first option itself is go to Basecamp. So this is the most important thing for any Toastmaster. That's why you have it right on top. Okay, so you can just click on that and it will take you directly to all the paths that you have selected. So for me, you will see like 4 or 5 different things. I have a few paths that I am currently in. But if you're a new member and you have one path you have selected, you will just see one over here. So don't worry, you have only one, you are seeing 3, 4, 5 things in my screen. It's going to depend on which are the paths that you are currently registered in. All right. So for me, these are the things I had tried. I am currently doing motivation strategies. I have registered in dynamic leadership, but not yet started. That's why it's showing that. And below you will see the ones that I have already completed. Those would also be available below. All right. So this is where you can, you can just click on the path that you have in, click on it, and it will take you to the list of all the levels and the projects and everything. One more thing, this new Basecamp is mobile friendly. So that's a huge thing compared to the last Basecamp. It was not mobile friendly. So right now you don't have any excuse to say, I was not able to update, I was not able to go through. You can do it right from your mobile also. It's not that difficult. I mean, you don't have to wait until you get on a laptop, right? Yeah, so left side you will see the progress. So as of now I have done 4 of my levels and 1 in level 5. So it shows how much percentage I have completed, and you click on overview. That will give you the entire like the whole view of which levels, which projects are done. So as mentioned, every path has 5 levels. Click on this. You will see the tick mark on which are the ones I have completed. So I will show you how the tick mark comes in. Please wait. Okay. So if you have not completed, this tick mark is not going to be there. Like for example, let me just go to level 5. You can see this is not, you will not see the green tick because I'm yet to complete this. But in elective, you will see because 1 elective I have done. Okay, so the green tick mark is how you know that you have gone through the entire process and it is marked as complete on the system itself. All right. So I will show you for one project how you go through it and what is it, how you mark it as complete, the level or the path, all those things. I will just show you. So where I will be showing you is the elective. Okay, so it's not going to affect my progress if I do it on elective. So I'll be showing you through one of these electives. Okay, so I'll just take this option. Let's say you will see all these green tick marks. I have not done it. It's all done through on training sessions. Not that I have completed the projects. Okay, so I'll just take this option. You can see the green tick is not there. One more thing, this is not to be done after you give your speech. You have to come here and go through before you give your speech. So the moment you decide you're going to be delivering your next speech, let's say in your next club meeting, that is when you need to come here before delivering the speech. And I always suggest you to have at least 10 to 15 minutes when you come here so that you have enough time to go through each of the projects. Otherwise, you'll be just rushing through and you are not even going to understand what exactly that project is going to be about. So make sure you have 10 to 15 minutes when you are coming here. So once again, come here before you give your speech. Huh? Okay, so you click on it. It will take you to that first screen. So I think I've chosen this, right? What was it? Prepare for interview. Yeah. Now, if you remember from the previous Basecamp, your evaluation forms, all those resources, everything used to come later in your screen. So with the new one, all the resources, all the PDF, all the files you need, everything comes on the first screen itself. So when your VPE or your TMOD, whoever it is, or your evaluator asks you for your evaluation form, this is where you get your evaluation form from. You can click on this, download it, send it to your evaluator. That is one option. Okay, or take the printout when you go for the meeting and give it to your evaluator. Okay, so this is where you get the evaluation form. And you will see something called print the, whichever project it is, project. So this is the entire project. So if I click on it, now it's going to, whatever I'm going to show you right now, it's all available as a PDF itself. So your entire project can be there as a PDF. You can download it and keep so that, every time you don't need to come back, log in and to get more details about the project. So you have it as a PDF. Anytime you want, you can open it and make use of it. Okay. So this is for your entire project. So let's go back here. And these things, what you see, project checklist would also be there for all the projects. Rest of the things, what you see, it is specific to that particular speech or project only. Like this is preparing for an interview. That is why there's a identifying skills worksheet, interviewer instructions. So these are going to be specific to that project that you're going to do. Okay. So whatever resources needed for your speech, it's available on the first page itself. Now you can click on next, keep going. So right now I will be going quickly. As I mentioned, make sure you have the time so that you read through it, what exactly this project wants or is expected from your side. Now, from the previous Basecamp, most of you would remember we had something called assess your skills before and after. Something like that was there. If you are new and you don't know about it, you can ignore whatever I'm going to say now. It doesn't matter as of now. So this is just so that the previous members, they keep asking, where is that? Where is that? So in the new one, we don't have something called assess your skills. Instead, we have something like this, like know and wonder. Now, what this is, know is based on this project. What are the things you already know that yes, I need to do this in this manner. Wonder is some things you feel you need to learn more about. You are expecting to get from this once you complete this project. So you can add that. It's very simple. Just give this, type out what you need and hit enter. That's it. Nothing more is there. The other thing, this is not mandatory. It is completely optional. Up to you whether you want to add this or not. If you add, it would be good. It's kind of like a record. If you don't want to add, it's fine. Not an issue at all. Okay. And then the different competencies that you need. So as I mentioned, once again, I'm repeating, take your time to read through this. So once you take the time to read through all this, by the time you're done, you would already have I would say at least 75% of your speech idea would be done. You would get a good idea on what your speech is going to be about. So that's why I said, and you see, like this, videos are also available. So you can watch those also. It will give you a very good information on how your speech should be crafted. Again, like this, questions are also there. You can answer those and save it. These are also optional. It's not mandatory for you to do, but it is recommended that you spend the time to fill up all this. Click on next. So you have the project overview. What are the things needed? So you can tick what it is that you have already completed in this, and your evaluation. And in the next page, yeah. So what if you had added that know and wonder, those would come up over here. And like once you complete your speech, you can come back and add this here. Now, when I did this speech, when I did this project, these are the things that I learned. So you can add that over here. This also is not mandatory. It is optional. This part, what you see right here, it is a completely new feature in the current Basecamp, and it's an excellent feature for you to keep track of your speeches. I would highly recommend all of you to use this. It's going to probably, once you complete, finish your one path, you go back and look. It'll give you a very good idea on how long it took. Not just how long it took, when all you gave your speeches, what was your speech about, what date did you give, what was your speech title. It's going to be really nice. So just make sure you fill this out. So once you know your speech title, give your title. When are you going to give your speech? Give the date. In which club you are going to give. So unfortunately, only the clubs that you are a member in, those would come up over here. So you can choose any of the clubs. And the other not issue, I would say, you can choose who is going to be your evaluator also. So let's just go ahead with this. So whichever club I have chosen, only those members would come up over here. So if your evaluator is going to be from your club itself, you can choose the person and give the option. If evaluator is going to be from outside, just leave it blank. It's not a mandatory field or anything. You can just leave it blank. And then you can choose, let's say this is prepare for interview, right? So you can, choose the evaluation resource and save and email. If you choose save and email and you have the evaluator name given over here, an email will go out to the evaluator along with your evaluation form as a attachment. So you don't have to send it separately. It goes by automatically. The evaluation form goes to your evaluator as an email. So that's a very good feature the way Basecamp has right now. Now, the second thing, if you don't have, evaluator is not from your club, so this would be empty, right? So leave it empty and just save it as a log. So that the log is the information is captured just that the email to the evaluator does not go out. That's all. But make sure at least saving as a log is done, so you keep track of what your speeches. Okay? Then the next, so you would come until here, and and then you go ahead, give your speech. Once you give your speech, come back over here and click on complete my project. Make sure you don't click on complete my project before your speech is done. So wait until your speech is done, come back over here, and then you click on complete my project. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how it would look. So it will just show you that it's going to be marked as complete. Are you sure you want to continue? Click on confirm, and that's how that particular project is completed. So the screen refreshes itself and your project would be marked as complete. So I'll just go back to the other part and show you the green tick mark has come or not. Let's just go back to overview, level 3, and it was the elective prepare for interview, right? So level 3, and yeah, prepare for an interview. So you can see the green tick mark has come, right? So that's how you go through your project and complete it. One more thing is, as I mentioned, those 6 parts which are being continued, it's only for those 6 parts that you will see these screens. If it is the other 5 parts which are not continued, I think here I don't have any of those parts which I have taken. So here you would be seeing the old Basecamp screen itself. It would be the same slides, whatever you had before with your assess your skills before, after, all those things. So those screens would be different from this. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so you will not see these kind of screens. Okay, so that's how you complete your project. And similarly, level completion would be, let's say, let me just go to level 5. Suppose I have done all the required projects in level 5. I can go to this level 5 completion part. And this is where you would choose which club you want to give your credit to. Previously, we used to choose the club at the start, and still, a lot of confusion used to come. Sometimes it goes to the wrong club. It has happened many times. So right now, all this confusion is not going to be there. You will be doing it here. Once you do everything, you come here and you can choose which club you want to give your level completion credit to. Then it would become active. For me, it's not coming because I still have to do one more project in my level 5. So that's why it's not coming active. So once I do complete that and choose, the submit button would be active and I can submit it. All right. So this is how you go through the Basecamp, you go through your projects, you go through the project completion, your level completion. Yeah. So before we move ahead, so far, how is it?
Naila, we have some questions also.
Yeah. Let's complete
okay, I'll
those.
start.
Then we'll go.
Okay. We had okay. What to do once your speech is completed successfully, like how to update in parts. All this is very clearly shown. Hopefully, it is very clear for you.
To take rest. Yeah.
Then we have, I think, the VP from Francophones. Is it possible to update French language permanently? So that.
Yeah, actually, the option is there, right, Bindu? When you choose
Yes.
the path.
Yes.
Yeah,
It
French
is
is
there.
already there.
Yeah,
French is
there.
already there. You'll see Francais anyways. So
Yeah.
you can do that, yes. And there's one from Samreen. After completing the pathway, will we get a certificate in the new Basecamp?
Yes, I will show that in the next section. Certificates all coming up in the next session. I will show it.
And she has raised a concern that she has not received her pathway completion certificate.
I will show you where it is.
I think this could be in the old, not in the new certificate approved by the president. She has not received any completion certificate approved by the president once the path completion is completed. Is that so, Samreen?
Samreen is here. I think she did it in the latest one. We can check with her.
Yeah, actually, I sent the email to TI as per your instructions, and they told me that I have to finish my reflect path, the last one.
Reflect on your path, yes.
Reflect on your path is pending.
Yeah, I did that one, and it is approved by the president also.
But the last certificate, which is pathway completion, which I cannot see anywhere.
We'll show.
Okay, I'll show it. Actually, not just you. As of now, it's not just the member who can get the certificate. Any member in your club can see your certificate.
See a certificate.
Ah, that's good. Okay, and there's one from Rajesh. What he says is after his icebreaker, he has updated in the Toastmasters, but he cannot see it now.
What do you mean you cannot see it? Like you are not able to see the
Maybe
tick
the
mark?
tick,
Or
the tick mark could be.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
Rajesh?
it's not, yeah, yes.
probably that complete somewhere it's missed. That the last button of completing the project must have been missed. Just try to go through it once more.
Okay, I'll do it. Yeah.
Yes, Rifki, you have something related to this?
Hi, yes. When I logged into my Basecamp, my pathways, the interface still shows the old interface.
Probably you must be the other 5 paths which are not continued. So those 5 paths would still show the old interface.
Oh, okay, fine. All right. Thank you.
So I hope everyone else is clear on this. All right, great.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead with the these achievements and badges and certificates and all those things, which is also very important for us. So let me just share the screen again. All right. Let's just go back to that first place. Yeah. So this is where you got all the paths. Just next to it, you can see achievements. So achievements is where it will show you all these badges, like based on which all levels you have completed, whether you have completed a path. So you can see my persuasive influence it was my first path, and I have completed all of it. The second one is motivational strategies, yet to complete 5, level 5, and path completion. So that's grayed out. This is the third path which I'm yet to start. Okay, and feedback badges, that is your members can give you feedback. I'll show you where that is, and those badges would also appear here. And if you have completed your level, those level completion certificates would also come here. Actually, as a member, your own certificates you can find here. It would come here. So I have not completed any levels after the new system has come in, so that's why you're not able to see it, but otherwise it would come here. The other thing is you can see speech log. So I showed you that option. You can enter your details and save log. So once you save that log, even that information will also come over here. So all the speeches you give, that in order it would be this was the level, this is the speech title, on this date you gave your speech. So those would also come over here. I think there are many other things. You just go ahead and explore this. Next is feedback. So this is if any of your members have given you feedback, those feedback would come here. You want to request a feedback from someone. Like let's say I want Thailand sir to give me a feedback on the last speech I gave. Okay, so I'm just going to choose the club name. I choose, let's see, let me find him. Yeah, choose his name. And I ask, please provide me feedback on the last speech I gave in our club. And do I want the feedback to be visible to all my club members or only to a few? I can choose and send request. So with this, an email would go to him, telling him that a feedback request has come in from Naila. Please give your feedback. So he can come in and give his feedback. Yeah. And once he gives that, it would appear over here. What was the feedback given? So that is for others to give us feedback. Now, suppose I want to give a feedback to a member. So that is the give feedback option. If you click on that, once again, you can choose the club name, choose whom I want to give my feedback to. Let's say giving my feedback to Mumtaz on maybe she did a role. So these are the badges I showed you, right? So those badges. Let's say, I found her last speech to be very inspiring. I can give my feedback here. I choose the inspiring badge and I post the feedback. So this goes to her. And once it goes to her, in her achievements page, that the inspiring badge would come up. So this is how you can give feedback and request for feedback also from your members. Then the evaluation feedback. So all your digital evaluation forms, it is present over here. You can find it. Your evaluators can actually come here, choose this, the speech title. They can fill this up and submit here. Actually, your evaluators can come here and submit it, and then it would come up over here. Okay, and speakers, you can share it. You can come here also and share it. Use this option, share it with your evaluator. It would go out as an email. So two things. This is, if you're the evaluator, come here, fill up the evaluation form and submit it. Like, you have to choose who are the speaker. So here you choose the speaker based on the club. If you're the speaker, the second option is for you to share the evaluation form with the evaluator. So both the options are there over here. Again, remember, the speaker, the evaluator all have to be from your club. So only then this option would come in. So you can try out all these things. Last, resources is same thing what you see on your the normal TI website. So all the evaluation forms, like so I think someone asked, no, you can come here and choose French option, and then all French evaluation forms would come up over here. All these things. So you can see, you can get everything only in French. So this is also something you can do. Okay. Then they have my documents. So this is similar to what we used to have before. Maybe you get the evaluation form as a hard copy. Just scan it, take a photo, and you can upload it over here. You get some feedback, written feedback, take a photo, upload it here, so that it's all there in one place. So this is where you as a member sees these things. Now, I mentioned that you can see your club members' certificates also. So how do you find that? Top right corner, you'll be able to see your name. You can click on it and click on My Clubs. So if you click on My Clubs, so I'm a member in these 3 clubs. So all the clubs there, the entire member list would come in. Okay. So far, only one member in OSS Advanced submitted. So I will show you his completion certificate. So you can click on View All, so that only that club members would come in. And yes, Sandeep was the one who submitted it. So you can click on View Profile. And here in Achievements, you can see his certificate. So same what we saw ours, you can see that members. And you can see this is his level 4 completion certificate. Okay. So he is a member in my club, but I can still see his level completion certificate. And you can say print it out, download it, and save it. So as a VPE, now you don't have to go behind the members and say, can you send your certificate? I want to share it in the group. Go ahead, find it here, and you can share it directly in your group, your club group, or other groups, your council groups, wherever you want to share. So all your members' achievements, like if they had feedback badges, they see. He actually filled up that speech log. So evaluator was from outside. That's where the name is not there. But the date is here. When was it? In which club? All this. So I guess he did not fill the speech title and all. But otherwise, your speech title would come up here, everything. So this is how your speech log would also appear. So then similarly, if he has received any feedback, that would also come here. Now I want to give a feedback to him. I can directly come here and give the feedback. So all these things. So all these options are present over here. There are more options here. I would suggest go ahead and explore. Otherwise we would take like more than 1-2 hours to complete this entire session. But yeah, so this is related to all your certificates and achievements and feedback part. So here, I hope, Samrin, you can go and check here whether your path completion certificate has come up over here. You can even ask any of your club members also to check. So here, this part, does anyone have any questions? Is it all clear?
Need to explore more, then will the questions will come.
Yes. TI website is huge. It has a lot of resources. We just need to sit and explore.
Yeah.
Naila, one question is like the when you said the other members can also see, is it only for the club officers, especially the VP, president, and secretary, or is it for all members can see each other's? No,
I
right?
think all members, because
All members.
if you checked my clubs, all the 3 club names came up. I am a club
Mhm.
officer only in 2 of the clubs. But I could still see the other clubs.
Okay.
So anyone can see.
Any other questions? I don't think so. Nothing is there in the chat as well.
Great. So from tomorrow, I will not receive any questions asking, where's my completion certificate?
Naila, Christopher here.
Yes.
Would you be able to show our audience, there is an option where we can send certificate to your line manager for those in professional setup. This could be a helpful showcase as well.
You can share it actually. I think, no, share option, the print option and download option is what is present right now for those.
Earlier, we used to have, Christopher. I don't think it is there. I didn't see it in the new pathways.
Yeah.
No, it is there. So when you complete it, it is there.
In
Probably when you complete the level, path.
Yeah, when you complete a level, from level 3 and 4 and 5 above, you have an option where it gives you an option to send input an email ID, and you can send an email. So it comes up with a professional email with the sign off of our CEO, Daniel Rex, his credentials at the bottom, saying that this particular person has completed this level in this part. Yeah.
Okay, great. I will be completing my level in the next 1 or 2 weeks. Then I'll explore. So I haven't completed any level after the new system has come in. So probably that's why I haven't seen it. But yes, thank you so much, Christopher. So that's something for me to explore. All right. So let me go to the last part. This is, yes, Sangeet, you have a question?
Yeah, just one question, Naila. I understand you showed the log where we can add the evaluators if we are belonging to the same club. For the other evaluators who's coming from other club, there is you have to leave it blank. But if in case I insist, I just wanted to insist on sending him the evaluation form. Is there an option to do that?
Not directly from the system. You would have to send it separately.
As a print copy or something.
Yeah, either a print copy or you send
copy
it on
download.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I will have to manually upload that feedback onto my log?
Yes, you would have to.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so we are going to the last part. This is for the Basecamp manager. Now, even if you're not a club excom, don't think I don't need to listen to this. You still have to listen to it so you know how it is done, how your excom is going to do it. 2 reasons. One is maybe your excom is not here. So you might have to explain to them if they say, I don't know how the new system is. So you can go ahead and explain it to them. Second, one day you are also going to be a club officer. So it's going to help you at that point. All right. And thank you, Sridevi, for notifying. I think we'll just take maybe around 10 more minutes. The Basecamp manager is not a huge part. It's very simple. Okay. So Basecamp manager, the previous system, only the president, VP education and secretary had access to Basecamp manager. It was these 3 club officers who had access. In the new system, all the 7 club officers have access to Basecamp manager. All the 7 club officers have. So here, sometimes, a confusion or things could come in. So what I would suggest is, in your club excom, you should have an idea who is going to be responsible for approving level completions. So like there should not be a confusion where a member has submitted, one of the club excom has approved, but the president of VP is not aware about it. And then there's, they're saying, I don't see a request. And actually it would be still be seen, but still, it's good to streamline and be aware like who is responsible for what. All the 7 have access just so that at times when your president, your VPE and all is not available, someone else can do it. So that's what it's for, and everyone needs to be aware about it. But it's always good to streamline that process. Who is responsible for which part? That's it. So I'll just show it to you where it comes in. So we are back on the screen. Yeah, let me just go back to the first. So once you come into the Basecamp dashboard, again, top right, you will see Basecamp Manager. So this, if you're not a Club XCOM member, you will not see this option. This option comes in only for the Club XCOM members. So you can, again, all the 7 club officers would have this button over here. So you can click on it, and the first tab itself is approvals. So if any of your member have submitted a level completion request, it would come up over here and you can like deny or approve it. So this is one that I had already approved. So you can see it is approved and on what date it was approved, which level, which member, everything is seen over here. Okay. So if you have more, all of it would come. Those that are yet to be approved, those would also come in. You have the option to filter out different things. So you can filter it out based on that also. Next, there are a few reports kind of options here, which is amazing, I would say, in the new Basecamp. It really helps the Club XCOM to keep track of what your members are doing, how far your members have reached. It's, I really love all these options. You go to member overview, click on which club you're in. So you can see, I'm a member in 3 clubs, but my home club does not come here because I'm not part of the XCOM. So Basecamp Manager, only which clubs you are an XCOM member, only those clubs would come in. So I'm just going to choose here and all the members' details would come in, like which is their current, last what they have done, if they have completed parts, which are the parts they have completed. So let me just go to Sandeep. Yeah. So when did they give the last speech? So this is the how useful it is. If you save that log, you come here and you will be able to figure out when was the last time this member gave a speech. So it helps you to keep track of all that. So encourage your members to save that log so that this information comes up over here. This is member overview. Next is paths in progress. Once again, you can choose the club name and each of the member, based on each of their paths, the report would come up. So if any member is doing multiple paths, it would come up separately over here. So you can see, let me just go ahead. Let's see, okay, Sampath. He's enrolled in presentation mastery and engaging humor. So the green tick, completed level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 over here. Level 5 yet to start. In this path, 1 and 2 is completed. Level 3 yet to start. So if you have already, done some of the projects in that level, so let me just go down. Yeah, Fauzan. First level, 2 projects in this path, this level, 2 projects in this level is already done. So that is why it shows 2 out of 5. Rest he is yet to do. Or at least, even if he has given the speech, he has not updated on the TI dashboard. So that's what this shows. So again, as a VPE especially, or even the president, you can keep track very easily how far your members have gone. And you can also see, after the speech, are they actually updating on the TI, the Basecamp or not, the completion of that project. So even those you can see over here. Yeah. And last is recent activity. So this is where what your members have done recently. If they have enrolled in a path, you can see that. And this is where you can see who has approved that member's level completion. So the person who has approved, their name would come in. So all these options would also come in over here. Yeah. So these are, this is basically your Basecamp Manager dashboard. Nothing more is there. It's quite simple. So I believe even if you're not an XCOM, I'm sure you'll be able to explain to your XCOM member how to do this approval. Any questions in this part? Or actually in any of the parts, if you have any question, we can go ahead. That's it, the end of this trainings.
There's one from DTM Chandrasekhar. Can the path in progress be exported to Excel? PDF, I know. Path and progress. We
I
exported to
believe
Excel.
not. In the previous one, actually, that option was the exporting as a CSV file, I guess. Here in this, I didn't see that option. It's not the.
Even the member progress is there, Naila? Even I had the doubt.
I'm
Can
just
we
checking.
export it to Excel?
The previous one, actually, that option was there.
Yeah, it was there.
Yeah, it
Yes,
used
it
to
was
be
there.
there.
And it used to be very useful, especially
Yeah.
Basecamp managers.
No, I don't see that option.
Okay.
And also, there's one more question from him. Does the project completion appear after VP approved or the members submitted the project?
Here, project completion, there's no VPE approval, right? Only for level completion, there's a VPE
Only level
approval.
completion.
Yeah. So project completion, as soon as the member does it, it would come up over here.
It is instant.
Yes. Yeah, there's no like downloading option. It's not the.
Oh.
I have one more question. Sorry if I come in between.
Yes, Anil.
In previous TI portal, like if I am went to other club, I have took some role. I can apply with that agenda in the TI portal, and I have done this so and so role. In this, I keep searching it. I didn't get it anywhere.
It's the.
It
I
used to
didn't
be in
go
the
through.
personal, yeah.
It is the.
Yeah, it is in the profile. It's in your profile.
Yeah,
Personal
see.
profile you can upload.
On top, you
Okay.
see your name, no? In this, you
Yeah.
see profile. If you come here and scroll down, meeting roles are there. You can go
Yeah.
and upload like which date you did. So it would come up over
Which
here.
one?
This pen, you can choose which role and which date you have done. And it would get updated.
Previously, it had some restrictions only, 10
Yeah.
we can upload.
No,
Now,
previously only the last time you
Yeah.
did that role, I think only that would come.
Only that
So
gets
right
updated.
now,
Correct.
yeah, right now everything would come up over here. You can come here and do it.
okay.
And as I said, just go and explore. These are so many other options are there.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I have one question. Here, we get the credit only for level speech submission and level submission, but there is nothing like if we submitted the by doing any role in the meeting like Toastmaster of the Day or General Evaluator. So that is, I think, the drawback here. I would say it is a leadership role, right? That credit should be included in pathways and accordingly, your DTM progress.
I believe we can give this as a suggestion. If they can include this as a feature, it would be good.
I think so. Yeah.
But we have included in our awards, district awards. And
Yeah, that's why.
Just to encourage members to take up the roles, we need to have the recognition. Your point is absolutely right. We will keep right.
Hi, Naila. This is
Hi.
Toastmaster Ashokan. I have a question.
Yes.
You mentioned that the member is the one who is selecting the club for its credit, right? After completion of a level or path. So it will be automatically added to the DCP points, or
Yes,
again the
yes.
club officer has to.
Yes, yeah, that's something I missed. So unlike the previous system, in the current system, whatever I just showed you, that's the only place you need to approve. As soon as you approve here, the next day updation of the TI dashboard, it will reflect on your DCP. There is no Club Central submission anymore.
Okay, thank you for that.
Toastmaster Naila, that next day updation, I doubt. I think it takes time.
It takes time when it is end of the month. Like TI has a certain dates, like let's say November 30th is the last day, but November end, like we have this business end days, no, in your offices you have. Similarly, TI also has. They have already given the dates by which day it would be reflected. Usually 10th or by the 15th of the next month is when it gets reflected.
Maximum by 15th it will reflect.
Yes. That is when you will not see it. But I say, until at least until around 20th of the month and all, you will definitely see in the next day itself.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? We are already over time.
Yes. All right. So if no other questions, I want all of you to do something. Once you, we leave the meeting, if you think the session was really helpful and you have really learned what was taken here, please give your feedback. One, if you're part of the district council group, do it, but definitely in your club group, so that the members who have not attended today, they know that they need to at least watch the recording so that they know how to go about this. So for them to do that, you have to give your feedback on how useful the session is. When your member itself, like when you give your feedback rather than any of the district leaders doing it, it adds a lot of value. So especially in your club group, put in a message what it is that you learned in today's session and how it helps, and encourage the members who have not attended to watch the recording as soon as it is shared by our PQD. I hope everyone can do that. Thumbs up, thumbs up.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. And it was my pleasure doing the session. And thank you, PQD, for giving this opportunity. And thank you, Bindu and Sridevi, for supporting. So with this, let me not take more time and I'll hand over back to our PQD.
Absolutely amazing. I'm speechless. I personally learned a lot. Let us all give the vociferous virtual applause to our wonderful presenter. I'm so excited. I'll be enrolling into a new path. Hopefully, I want to start exploring pathways. That's how pathways is interesting. And one of the reasons we keep having this kind of engagement is to make sure that we take the whatever the benefits Toastmasters International intend to give to our members reaches every member time to time. So as pointed out by our presenter, it is all in our hands to make sure that we share what we reap. And that's how we get to grow as Toastmasters. And before I tender my gratitude note, may I request everyone, whoever is comfortable, to switch on your video so that we can have some group photographs and share in our group so that members will get to know that who are all attended. And thanks, Naila, for that wonderful suggestion of making all our attendees to be the new presenters for the upcoming pathways. Yes, we need to have all the members get enrolled in pathways. The earlier they all become members. And it is not a one-man's job or one team job. Without all your support, it is not possible. So Bindu, are you capturing the glowing faces I see on screen? Who is capturing? Our IT manager is here. Yeah. Give the cheers, whatever you want to give for our presenters. We'll capture all. Yeah. Well done. And moving on to my note of gratitude, let me start it with the very person who has been the brain and reason for conducting the training. Kudos to our TLI chair for extending her tremendous support to all our training support. The to be distinguished Toastmaster, Bindu Pillai. And next comes our IT head, Toastmaster Giridhar, for arranging this meeting in a very short notice. Despite all his busy schedule and commitment, he made sure that he tendered as this platform to our members to learn. And moving on to the wonderful lady behind the scene with loads of work at home, though she is not on screen, made sure that we are on track Toastmaster Sridevi, distinguished Toastmaster Sridevi, your support made this day a more memorable one. And not to miss our district director having n number of challenges in terms of fulfilling district mission, never gives up when it is her call to be there. She makes sure that she's there to support and inspire us. Thank you, District Director, for your gracious support. And my heart goes to each and every one of you on screen and those thousands of District 116 members who are going to become Pathways Pro from today onwards to ensure that every member achieves at least one level during this term. We will make it, if not 100, at least 95% of Pathways members are enrolled in Pathways. Will you all do that? I want a loud confirmation and cheer from all of you, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
That
Definitely.
cheers call for the adjournment of the session. The floor is now, I'll stop the recording. DTM. Yeah, we can stop the recording and the floor is open. We can have